Chainsaw Man edit. All right, roll up the sleeves, the stretch out. So 14 minutes, time bolt got down to 14 minutes. I don't be trying to make these Chainsaw Man reactions long, so I just need to get the content, you know what I'm saying? And I'm eventually upload like a compilation when I've completed the season. So I think this is actually a good strat for my university is that I'll just whenever I'm doing something, whenever I'm working on something, I'll just make it like its own content basically. All right, so let's see. I want a good amount of space here to see everything. I need a lot of timeline space. Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna use the whole screen so I can just see more, access more. All right. Add the transitions, apply to all. Wait, how did I miss this track? Wait a second. Other track 1. Oh wait, I thought I deleted this. Why is there a large space? What the fuck? What is this? How did that even happen? That don't even make any sense. Okay, I must have misclicked something. All right, go to the beginning. All right, so another thing I'm learning too is every edit, it's like a case-by-case basis. Like, there's gonna be certain things that like aren't, like, this is where the creativity comes in. Like, there's gonna be certain things that like, no matter how much I automate, it's gonna require my attention. But what Time Bolt allows me to do, what OBS plugins allow me to do, is it streamlines a lot of the physical labor that I would do, and my job becomes more oversight. I'm merely adjusting things to look how I want them to look, but most of the general effort, like 80% of the editing is done now from just me plugging things in all these programs and whatnot. The amount of work that I would do before. Okay, let me temporarily mute this music because I want to hear this to a certain extent. So first I gotta find a starting point, which isn't necessarily the beginning of the video or the recording. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna start it from here. So I kind of just go for animation. So let me see, let me just make sure. I'm just listening to audio just to see how it sounds. All right, so I'm gonna play the music again just because it keeps me focused, but it changes. Music is important. Music puts you on a rhythm. I honestly recommend everybody have some type of soundtrack to whatever they're doing. So I try to avoid subtitles if I can, just because they're just intrusive, unless the dialogue is important. And I try not to also like repeat frames. So you see how this is kind of the same scene? This is just like a cut that was like really close to the other cut I made, so keep it far away. So we got subtitles here, but let me see, cut it there. So sometimes the transitions flicker. I'm still working on getting that refined. So skip this one. All right, these cuts kind of, so when I see small clips like this, I'll let them play because they're kind of close together, so they might naturally like look right. Let me see. All right, so see how it changes there? Hold on. So these are too close together, so cut that one out. Like, what's most important in all my videos I'm starting to do, what's most important is progression. So I want to focus on stuff that's progressing the video forward. So yeah, when I edit, I just be editing to the beat of the music. Like I'm like low-key editing a music video in my head. So that's the other thing too. Is like well, this is how I do it. I teach everything as if I'm doing it how I would do it. So just finding a rhythm to everything. That's how you're gonna get people immersed in your content. Is like, you know, get them on a rhythm. I only got Riz. What was the context of that? I don't even know. This goes too hard. All right, I'm gonna go into the zone a little bit. So if you don't hear from me, since I'm in the process, I'll change the shortcut actually. I notice my hands moving around too much. All right, let's try this combination. I see another adjustment I can make. Oh, hold on. Oh, this is so much faster. All right, interesting that it doesn't even catch my voice here. This compressor is aggressive as fuck though, I'm noticing, which is useful to a certain extent, but I don't need it this aggressive. Let me see. It's a good experiment though. I'll learn how to make it better over time. Okay, I'm making everything closer to my fingers. This will get way faster once I get the keyboard shortcuts down. I remapped a bunch of stuff, so I'm getting used to the placements, but it's gonna make me faster. I don't fuck with drugs, popping X for the first time. That shit kicked in like a 2-ton world champ. Harlem's a setup. Now it's 2 grams. Up 8 a.m. working hard. I'm a real man. It just totally doesn't bypasses my voice entirely. It still is fine though. Like, once again, just something to take into account for next time. I think the audio of the episode is so loud. I think that's what the main issue is. Oh, I think it's the ignore detection that's causing it. But I honestly don't even know for a fact that this is less efficient though. So far, it's been pretty efficient. All right, that got me like halfway through. As you see, this still takes a minute. Sheesh. I need to take a break, guys. It's a lot of work. All right, let me see. I haven't been looking at the chat. We're gonna turn on Mount Watsec VOD after we stream it. The buildings with the true victims. You edit my own videos. Nigga, I do everything myself. I have to keep explaining this. Like, if you're gonna be an entrepreneur, bro, this is honestly, you know what? This is just a discovery that I'm learning too. Look, hold on. Give me more content, okay? So, I forgot I was recording this, but I'll wrap up this recording with this. So Deity XD asks, why do I edit my own videos? Or he asks if I edit my own videos. And this is a perfect opportunity to respond to this because I get these questions a lot. You edit your own videos? You edit your own thumbnails? And I honestly think that there is a solution stemmed in this frequent question, right? Because I think there's a misconception. I think a lot of people think when they see a production, whether it be Chainsaw Man Trash, relax. When somebody sees somebody do something of a high production level or high success level, they think that they're either lucky or they got a lot of help. But if you're gonna truly rise and be an entrepreneur, my bad, I've been watching you on YouTube since so long. No bad. If it's a question that you have, there are no such thing as stupid questions. If it's a question that you have it for a reason, and I'm here to answer it for you, so no worries. Because this is a discovery, because you're not the only person to ask this. I get asked this all the time. You have to consider the possibility and the reality that not only you can, but that you will, at least initially, have to do everything yourself. Think of something that you'd like to do, a business you'd like to run. And I want you to quantify how you could possibly do all the work yourself with no help, because ultimately you won't find good employees until something's already up and running efficiently and consistently. So you have to be willing to build something from scratch single-handedly and hold it up by yourself before you expect anyone else to invest in it. So yes, I edit my own thumbnails, I edit my own videos, I do everything by myself, nigga. I'm a god. I built my own world. You know what I'm saying? No help. But if people want to come through and pick up some of the shovels and help dig the hole, they can. But I had to create a hole before anybody else wanted to help me dig. And that's what you're gonna have to do as well. Whatever it is. And let me tell you, you've been lied to. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, if you think that the level of work that has to be done, the scale that you have to accomplish to do it, and you think about how many people you would need, let me tell you, bro, you'd be surprised how much shit you can get done by yourself if you set your mind to it. Just work smarter, not harder. You underestimate your power, how intelligent you are, how resourceful you are. If someone put a gun to your head and told you to do something and you couldn't find help, you probably wouldn't even try to find help because that would take too much time. Meanwhile, if you did it all by yourself, like if somebody pointed a gun to your head and said you had to accomplish something within X amount of time, would you spend that time trying to do it by yourself or find people to help you? Because even if you find people, there's no guarantee that they'll be good enough to do the work for you, right? Meanwhile, time was on the clock, right? But you would do it all yourself, knowing that if your life was on the line, you'd figure that shit out. And you gotta live your life like that. You gotta live your life like there's a gun to your head, even if there isn't. You gotta act like, I'm gonna do this myself or die trying. You know what I'm saying? And if you commit to that level, that shows you're serious and people will resonate from that. And then they'll be willing to invest in you. Not before though. So yeah, you see someone like me, I want y'all to lead by my example. You do this, you do this, do this. Honestly, you should ask yourself, if you have to ask a question about me, it's probably true. Damn, heavily get bitches? Look, if you even have to ask. Look, listen, if you even fix your mouth to ask a question, then the answer is probably yes. So, and I would take that going forward. Assume that any questions you have, the answer is yes before I even answer. That will save you and me a lot of time and a lot of energy.